Yo, 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 yo. I feel like this is looking a bit crackly, bruv. Let me do something like that. I feel like that's a little bit better. On the green screen there. All right, all right. Welcome, welcome. How are we all? I'm excited. I'm always excited. Let's play. Do I need to back up? I think I backed up at the end of the last stream. I think I was getting so paranoid I just backed up. Because, yeah, I did. I remember because someone was calling me out on it. 99, I think. Because I was, like, I was flying really fast. And it was like, yeah, this is going to corrupt your world, bruv. So I'm pretty sure we did a backup last time. I hope so. But, yeah, welcome to the stream. Poseidon, save. Pop is here as well. In the form of Mattox, welcome. I just watched your Roblox video as well, bruv. It was sick. You know what I really liked? Your little logo at the beginning. It's very, very legit. I think that looks great. And you did a really good job on that. And that's kind of a really important part of it, I suppose. Like, I'm not just focusing on just that first bit, but I feel like if you're setting up a new YouTube channel, like, you want to make sure your branding is like well thought through from the beginning, I think, because changing that stuff later is maybe more difficult or troublesome, potentially. I don't know. So I thought that was really, really cool, and yeah, and the pacing of the content was good. I thought the pacing of the what's it called? Of the like text on the screen, it was just a good pace. Like, I just didn't get bored watching it. It was quick. Like, it got to the point of what it was doing. It was like, you know, only 5 minutes long, but there was a lot of stuff happening in that 5 minutes. So yeah, respect. I thought it was good. Nobility safe. How are you, bruv? Welcome. This looks weird to me. When the double door hits that door. I don't think I ever noticed that. I guess we've got a similar... Yeah, I guess it looks cool like that. Anyway, whatever. Where does that go? Yeah, that goes outdoors. Yeah, that's fine. Let's leave that shut then. We don't really use any of the doors anymore because I think all our food rotted anyway. Oh, look, we've got some pistachios. Yeah, because we just travel around with these guys now. We don't really use them anymore. Excuse me, that was a good sneeze. Anyway, welcome to Terrafirmacraft stream. I'm going to be doing more building on this thing today, and I'm really excited. Actually, we did an awful lot of this last time. I think that was our one compromise, wasn't it? Yeah, that's our compromise. Was that design-wise, we'd have to put those there because of those. So there's an option. It would involve removing that torch or this one. We'd have to get rid of one of the torches, but we could put a very thin, chiseled layer over the top to hide the shame here. I don't know. Noah, safe, welcome. Feels like forever since I played TFC. That is absolutely true. I haven't put out an episode. Look at all this. I haven't put out an episode in so long, guys, and I am a bit apologetic and regretful of that fact. Well, apologetic, maybe not regretful. I mean, it is what it is. The reason, really, that I've had slightly less time than normal... Did we just break our axe? I've just got no axe. I'm feeling like we broke our axe cutting down trees last time. I think we did. Those are interesting, but I don't know if I like them as much as I thought I did last time. We need to make loads of windows. Let's just walk around this bit anyway. The main reason is that as the UK prepares to... reduce lockdown restrictions and return to some sort of normality. My day job, you know, comes knocking again, basically. So I've got work to do again now, which I perhaps didn't have anywhere near as much work to do, over the last few months now. And now again, I do. So I'm just kind of trying to redress that balance. And one of the things that has to go in the short term, I think, is like doing as many edited episodes, because they're just very time consuming for the amount of content I'm able to actually provide. A half-hour edited episode of TFC normally takes me 5 or 6 hours to make. That would be a quick one. Yeah, it's normally like a couple of hours editing, and I normally spend at least a day playing, like at least 6-7 hours playing. It depends. Some episodes are quicker to shoot, depends what I'm doing, but yeah. So anyway, with all that in mind, I just have I just have a lot to do at the moment, and so the editing is the thing that usually goes when I'm under time pressure. And so that's why there's been a lot more things like Zomboid streams. But I also figured that actually, if you know, people want to still see this series occur, so this is where we pick up these live streams again, and we've got all this building to do, so it's the perfect time really to do it. Oh, I can't take that call right now. That's going to be a long phone call, which I don't really want to have you guys wait for it. So I'll call them back. Right. So let's eat a pistachio. So yeah, so that's where we're at with the channel at the moment. That's a bit of a kind of update. I don't expect us to do any less streaming. I just think we're probably going to get an edited episode out every fortnight at best at the moment. I think it's been about that since the last one, and I've got an episode of Valheim that's like 80% done, but again, I haven't had time today to edit, and I thought with the time I've got now, the next 2 hours, let's stream some TFC. So that's the kind of... There's more hours of content. Yeah, exactly. That's what I think about the live streams. It's easier for me to produce, and there's more content in them. Now, the content might not be quite as dense or quite as engaging as the edited episodes, but I can make more of it for the time. And I think, yeah, that is the decision I tend to make when I'm under pressure for time, basically. But we're not going anywhere. We're still going to be here streaming every day like we always do, so that's fine. And we've got a Valheim stream. The multiplayer Valheim stream is tonight. So yeah, all good, really. What we want is we want some pine, because we need to finish that off. And then we also need to chisel ourselves, which I think we've got the chisel on us still. We don't have our chisel on us. It's not there either. Or there. I feel like, did our chisel break last time too? Do we have a barrel on? We don't have a barrel on. Definitely not in there. I mean, luckily the chisels are very cheap, I think. Aren't they? You know the kind of chisel I mean, right? From the chisel mod. The main chisel. Let's have a look. I think it's just one... Wait, let's just look it up because I don't know. But I think it's one... Oh, God. There it is. Oh, look, we can make a diamond one. Has multiple modes for chiseling, so it's like an upgraded thing. You can make an obsidian one too. Cool, let's make a diamond one. We've got so many diamonds. Do you remember we were literally we've been like printing money. Which way round do these conversions work? That way round. Yeah, okay, cool. So in that case, we can save one of them. A fair amount of spare redstone has been dumped in there. That's kind of annoying, but anyway, never mind. We'll clean up after ourselves later. There we go. Diamond chisel. And that means we can come in here and take... Not very much glass. Well, that's fine. We have a remedy for that, don't we? How do you turn up the quality of the video using OBS? Okay, so in OBS, you can change... I'm just going to look at the settings myself. There's a settings button where you've got your main control panel. In the controls section where you've got start streaming, start recording, whatever, there's a settings button. Hit the settings button, and then the tab on the left, you want the video tab. And in the video tab, you can then scale your... Well, you can change the canvas size and the output resolution. So... You can have a canvas that's a different size to your output resolution if you wanted to scale your output or something. Like, let's say you want to play in 4K, but you only want to stream in 1080. You can do stuff like that. But I just have everything set to 1080, 1920. I have everything set to 60 FPS, but on my old machine, I needed to do 30. 60 FPS wasn't possible on my old machine, even though it was a very, very capable machine. and, you know, very powerful machine, it was not powerful enough for me to record at 60 FPS. I could easily play at 60 FPS while recording at 30, but if I tried to record at 60, everything got choppy. And not the gameplay in the moment, I mean the video got choppy. Now, with this machine, I can record at 60. So you kind of need to find a sweet spot. The other thing you can adjust is the like audio bitrate, so you can kind of reduce the stress on the machine a little bit there. Let's just use this as our new sand quarry. It's not ideal, but it's fine. See, because we've got this auto smelt shovel, you see, so it's just undeniably the best way to gather glass. I think we've got our magnet on as well, which is why all the glass blocks are just flying towards us. It's rather beautiful. But I don't want to end up throwing us into the sea here. So what I'm going to do is just mark out some reasonable boundaries. All right. And that links to there? Yeah, lovely. Okay, now we can kind of see what we're doing. But might as well just let's just quarry this whole area while we're here, because we're going to probably need a lot of sand, glass overall for this build. So why not? And we can just put all this glass we gather now today in the build chest, and it's just there when we need it. Beautiful. Auto smelt is just so OP, it's unbelievable, but having it in TFC is so good. But again, I feel like I've said this a few times and talked about these dynamics in Poetica streams as well. You know, with TFC packs, you want to still feel like you're playing TFC, at least in the first instance. You don't want to be handed loads of mods that mean you can just sidestep this TFC mechanics. However, once you've earned it, making non-TFC items in TFC with really expensive crafting recipes, but then that you get this OP item with at the end, is one of the most satisfying things I've found about this pack. It's just my favorite thing, is the process of working your way out of TFC processes and into normal modded Minecraft processes is just so satisfying. How much did we get there? A lot of stacks, a good amount of stacks, I think, a fine amount. Remember, if you've just joined the stream, please do drop a like on it as you enter the door, because it massively helps just kind of get the stream some momentum going, and bringing people in, and letting YouTube, you know, favor us. What did I put all these down here for? Was it so that we could get loads of water? I think it was. Oh, should we reharvest these? It's been a while. Hopefully we can do it all without actually having to step on any soul sand, particularly if we have our magnet enabled. And yeah, we can just stand on this side, gather everything from this standing point, and then also replant. Lovely. And then if we come over here and just have a look then at what's going on in the windmill. I think everything reached a standstill in here, or it's just not a standstill, it's like a crawl. It's crawling. Oh no, did it reach a standstill because my guy doesn't have a sword anymore? Okay, let's give him a sword. And also, does that mean that everything else is charged? I think it might do. Right, rather interestingly, that guy's not processing anything. And yet... what's gone wrong here then? Is the spawner still sucking power even when it's not spawning? Is that what happens here? I think that might be what happens. So yeah, let's just say never active on the spawner to allow everything to start to resolve itself. Let's come down here into here and throw the things. I actually want to keep one of those. Although it kind of makes sense to have the access to the thing in case we need to change it, doesn't it? Michael, safe. How you doing, man? Big ups. Big ups. See, we went from 3 to 4 likes there. If anyone else can drop a like on the stream, please do it. It's massive help. It just brings people in, right? Okay, let's leave that for now. We just need, let's let the whole system recharge itself and yeah, just take it nice and slow. What we could do today is we could do a load of looming as well to just see if we can even just upgrade one of those to an advanced dude. That's going to accelerate the whole process, right? Each time we upgrade one of them, we're going to produce more string, and then we can upgrade more, and then we can blah blah. So it will like kind of what's the word I'm looking for? It will get a bit exponential, shall we say? The thing's starting to look really cool, isn't it? Should we just have a quick sleep and then just fly in from a distance so we can kind of get a real feel for it all before we start building again here today? I mean, from up here. Oh, baby, it looks good. So yeah, we need to put the windowsills on. Not just the windows, but you see those like basalt windowsills down there? That's going to add a fair bit. The grey around those windows on those. Yeah. We need to add the rest of the pine columns that come up. And we need to complete the wall at the back next to where those stairs are. Yeah, let's sleep. And then we'll do a big jump. Oh, that's it. I'm just seeing the likes flowing in now. Thank you guys, much appreciated. It's just like at the start of the stream it does make a big difference because then it just gets the ball rolling. Do you know what I mean? Right, I think it sounds like my daughter's home from nursery. I might just jump off the stream for 5 seconds just to give her a cuddle and say hello. Hold on. Alrighty then, let's crack on. So, we're flying in. So, okay, so just to recap from last time, you see these holes here? These are going to be doorways. So we just leave those blank, that's fine. These we're going to probably put like armor stands in like we discussed, which could look very cool but could also be very expensive. But some black steel armor suits here would be amazing. Now, this down to there is a problem, but the other thing we could like, so right, let's make the glass into its proper stuff. Mode single, panel, column, row. So I'm guessing that's, wow, I guess that is when you click on, when you leave a piece in like this and then you click on something to change it, right? That's going to be the mode there. That's what I'm presuming. I think asymmetrical leaded glass is what we use, but should we double check? Ornate steel glass. That is a different one than what I thought. It's that one that we use. Well, let's get 2 stacks for now. Maybe throw the rest in the what's it called? Materials chest. You've made a saw handle in real life. Oh, nice. Sounds like fun. So hold on. The resources thing over here is like completely full, yeah. Well, we've got overflow. I remember we put a load of overflow. Yeah, like loads of torches and posts in there. Yeah, fine. Okay, yeah, let's put all the glass in here then. That makes sense. And then let's just try and get as much of all this placed as we can. Boop, boop. Boop. And then do we have our TFC chisel and hammer on us here? We do. In the auto smelt. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what we want. And it should just be simple as that. Cool. Ah. Ah! That's good. So yeah, we'll just run around and get these ones done first. I should have brought some pine with me. We'll do that pass in a minute. Personally prefer glass panes as they add more depth. It's very true, they do. And normally I would prefer them too. But in this case, we made this decision just because this particular texture has a real nice amount of depth in it anyway around the edge there. It just felt kind of right. But yeah, I normally almost always use glass panes instead of glass blocks for that exact reason that you described, just the added depth to the build. But yeah. You know, it's nice to mix things up a little bit sometimes, and like I say, I think this texture just has a nice like edge to it that we actually want to see that edge flush with the bricks. If it was set back, I think it might detract a little bit. The other thing I think sometimes glass panes look is a little flimsy. I think that's another slight disadvantage, but no, typically I would definitely just always use panes for that exact reason. And then boom, 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 boom. Right, and all of those size windows are now done. So now we can just run in and do the big ones. Which I think actually makes sense to do a round of this kind of thing. Because we can like... I think we can get it all. From up here, it's kind of hard. This might not be the fastest way of doing it. It might be better for us to... There we go. It might be better for us to find a different way of doing it, but... You see, when these windows start to get really big like that, the depth there is actually... There's actually a nice amount of depth because you get the edge, and then you get the feeling that there's a pane in the middle. Anyway. We might always still switch all these out for actual panes in the long run. You never know. We might just decide, you know what, it's not working. We want the panes. Or like when we're doing kind of like iterative improving of the build, like once it's all kind of mostly finished, then in those kind of situations we might be like, you know what, let's give all of the windows a little bit of help by by sorting them out, you know. Okay, cool. There's something missing here. Those aren't the right types either. Okay. Excuse me. Just got to run back to my my item storage here. Where is it? I just put it all the way over here, didn't I? I think it's you guys, but let me just check. I can't remember. Yeah, those are the guys. Okay. Martin Stewart, safe. How are you? You've missed so much. Life's been mad. Tell me about it, man. Life has been so mad. Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry. I understand. But welcome, welcome. And look at the size of this palace now. We're getting there. Yeah, it's just one layer. Okay, fine. So just... Right, and then get these rims going. I hope you've been well anyway, Martin. Hope all is good at your end. Nice. Nice, nice. Okay. Can I get these from here? I think so. This is rather tedious making these windowsills, but they add so much depth. They're not optional. These must happen on every window. So the insides of this place, okay, so without the pillar in the middle, it does feel a bit weird inside here, but the pillar in the middle, I think, breaks it up. I think it's fine. This needs a wall as well, which is why that edge looks a bit strange. When I use OBS, how do I remove my taskbar and program thingies? So Mattox, the way to get a full screen capture is to run the application in full screen mode, or instead of doing a screen capture in OBS, you need to do a window capture. I mean, possibly a window capture would still actually show you the edges of the window, but you can also crop. You can manually crop any capture that you have. So that's what I would recommend. Oh, look, we did the windowsills on these already. We were kind to our future self in here. That's lovely. So that's what I would suggest is probably what you need to do is just use a crop. Like I think in OBS they call it transform. Is where the cropping happens. So I have a certain transform on my webcam signal that used to. Well, I don't anymore actually because I've got the width. But when I used to be in that box, I had a transform on my webcam signal that just cropped the edges. Kind of weird that cropping sits in transform because I think in a lot of art packages, cropping is like a separate function. Transforming is normally more about stretching or flipping, and cropping is dealt with separately. Like transforming is like you're not getting rid of any of the image, you're just changing it around, right? Anyway, I think in OBS that may be why you didn't find the crop because it's. I think that's right. From what I remember, I might be wrong. I might be talking nonsense, but I think that's how I did it from memory. So I hope that helps, man. And you're looking to buy a house, Martin. That's amazing. A house, Martin. Anybody? Get it? I like that band. The House Martins were key. Isn't it Fatboy Slim was in the House Martins? I think he might have been, you know. Anyway, yeah, that's massive, man. That's a big move, like. So yeah, good luck. I'm sure you're gonna find yourself your dream pad. Okay then. Was that the last one? Yeah, it must be because of this. Yeah, so everybody's done. Okay, yes, we just need to do the okay. Let's get the pine in. And then we're in a good spot, I think. Dark Lights here, big up yourself. Welcome. Where are the cross beams? Okay, yeah, we need some cross beams for Michael. We always need cross beams for Michael. We're gonna get those in there too, don't you worry. Let's take 4 stacks of pine over there first. Oh ho ho. Can you use TFC blueprints for stairs too? Or is it just detailed blocks? I guess stairs would work because they're solid blocks. Didn't somebody in the comments say that no entity blocks, no entity tiles or whatever they call them, only like actual blocks work with the blueprints? But what we could do is we could build half the palace and then mirror it with the blueprints, probably. I don't know. Maybe we could do that. I'm not going to worry about thinking about blueprints at every juncture too much, because I think we could probably do ourselves a horrible disservice by constantly trying to blueprint everything. It might just be better to just keep building, because we know when we build we're making progress, right? Whereas like I can just imagine the blueprint thing opening up a whole can of worms. Like we got it working for our ore excavator because we know that's one simple thing that we build over and over and over and over and over again. But other than that, like, I don't know. Let's get this pillar built anyway, and then obviously we can start to think about the cross beams that we need to provide here for our cross beam enthusiasts. So that one's sticking out by 1 block. I think over there's sticking out by 2. I think that's undeniably 2 blocks. So that guy needs another block on him. I wonder if we can actually get round like this. Looks like we can. Oh, that one doesn't have a thing on it either. I thought we'd done this one. Maybe it just doesn't go high enough. Yeah. And that does indeed stick out by 2 blocks. Okay, so now they're all the same. Everything is finished. That is basically the little bit at the end of last time's stream that we didn't have time to complete. Now completed. And so now the world's our oyster. Right, there's nothing preset. We've got to work it out from scratch now. So time to get creative, you guys. We're not just mirroring things anymore. We're going to make something. And what we're going to make in this point is a wall from here to here. And once there's a wall there, and there should be some windows in it, but once these stairs have some kind of edge on this side, we have then completed nearly the ground floor. We kind of just then need to make, you know, this is nearly up to the top of the door, and we just sort of need to finish the next layer of the ground floor, I suppose. You know, the ceiling's going to be so tall. We're looking at like down there being 1 floor, and then the main entrance up to here is like almost like, well, I suppose that's 1 floor, and then up here is like another floor. Maybe we should, that's how, is that probably how I was thinking about it? That's why I went up to there, I'm guessing, is because we were thinking that there would be some floor there. Is that like, yeah, this works perfectly well, because so if you look down here, you see the floor. The first layer above the floor has the snake. Do you remember we were calling this block the snake block? Stefano's in the house. Big ups. Welcome. 941 subs. Oh, it's gone up today. I thought we were in 930s last night. Or yesterday at some point I looked at. So yeah, 59 subs left to go. Kitluhan as well. Big up yourself. Welcome. Oh, the TFC blueprints. So chiseling those rooms are only 1 click instead of 6. Okay, do TFC blueprints exist in 1.7, or is that a 1.12 thing? I think it might be. Right click on the detail block to use. Wow. This is very, very interesting, Nobility. I've got to give you some love for this. This is very interesting. So if we were doing a big roof where we needed to make everything into stairs or everything into slabs, 1 click instead of 4. Or in the case of like stairs, like those little bits we were doing just then, that would be 1 click instead of 6. Which, that's exactly what you say in your comment. So the marking is unbelievably cheap as well. And is that just paper, which is also really cheap for us? Okay, yo, we can make a load of those. So if there's a calling for doing that, then we're going to do it, because that looks awesome. Yeah, useful for furniture. Yeah, we have to come in at the start of the project. Well, it's fine. It's fine. Also, did this finish, or did we? Maybe we just switched it off because it finished. I think that's what happened, and we were just like, we're just going to deal with it another time. We could deal with it now. Yeah, no. I can't really be bothered, to be honest. Let's just leave it. Like, we don't need mad amounts of materials. Oh, yeah, look, from down here, this looks cool. But this could do with some chiseling. And I think we were saying we might look at this next time. I think for now I'm going to leave it because it still speaks of, like, the kind of general motion of the ocean, which we're happy with. So, like, we might as well just leave that. But there is work to be done, I would say. Now, what I was saying about these snake blocks. You see this one here, right? And we've done it down there as well. These are the first block above the ground level. And so if we come up here and we have a look, those blocks there, they line up perfectly with this block here, meaning that if this floor went into the building as I planned for it to, and went along here, and then joined up with there, where we're going to have some ladders. We were thinking of putting ladders on the inside edges here and here, for you to get up to the next floor. Let's go get some ladders and start doing that, and start building our next floor from there. Because you know what, the other thing might be useful is, in terms of getting those walls done, here. It looks funny from behind, doesn't it? I think that's okay though. Put those walls in there. Actually, getting some flooring done that leads the towers into this stack could will actually be quite useful. Like, the thing that's true is that this gold palace build would have been crazy if we've been building it from real gold. We actually sort of have the required riches, but yeah, I'm just kind of, the printer is a little bit easier, and I feel like we've earned it. Flam Tubby Toast, big up yourself. One of my favourite names in the chat, just because it's just a funny combination of words. I rate that. Also, Flam is like, you might not have meant it this way, but for me it's a drumming reference, which I like. A flam is like... Wait, what did I say I was going to do? Get ladders. I have to do something. Go on, tell me what. What do I have to do? There's just a 17 million worth of charge here. We might as well let this guy be charging. Yeah, no one's charging here. Come here. Get your ass to charge. Doesn't want to charge. Now he wants to charge. Good. Oh yeah, fake grass around the trees instead of the willow. Yes. Yes, we can do that. The willow is weird, I'm not gonna lie. I recognise the willow is weird. The difference between stairs and detail blocks. Do the blueprints only work for detail blocks? Like for when you use the chisel in that mode? You know, where you've got these tiny little pixels. Yeah, if the blueprints only work in those, then I wouldn't want to risk it, because I think these detail blocks take up quite a lot of memory. Any kind. Michael thinks any kind. Okay, cool. Well, we'll definitely experiment with them. We'll find out. Now, let's put this back to the mode we actually want it in. There we are. And then wooden. Should be a load of ladders in here. Or at least some sticks. Cool. 48. I think that's enough. If we're running back here in a minute to get more, then I'll apologise profusely. It probably isn't enough. It's only like 12 per side. I mean, how many? Oh, I put torch on the outside because yeah, we were going to put ladder on the inside. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, as it happens, it's... Oh, it's like more than the perfect amount. Oh no, maybe we want the ladder to actually come up that high. Maybe this is perfect. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to actually end up using exactly 48 ladders. So that's good. Then it won't cause hassle in our inventory. We could do the fake grass right now. I'm not against doing that today. If we run out of ideas for the palace and we just need something to do so we don't feel like we're wasting our time, then I'll do that. But given it's something we know what we want to do. This this stream, the idea is that we can kind of all go on the building journey together a little bit, and I can make sure that I don't do anything too stupid. So yeah, the more like new stuff we can work out together, the better. But we can definitely do the grass at some point. Now, these guys go here. Yeah, that is the right place. And just round the edge like that, and we're going to leave those 3 as our thing. Yeah, I think that's fine. So the only thing is then working out like, well, what... How do you get out of this and into the palace? Because it's like, this is the bit. Yeah, maybe ladders on the inside doesn't work. Maybe the ladders need to be on the outside. This is kind of long. I'm going to have to change it. I don't know why I assumed the inside was the more logical reason. It just felt more logical, but... How do we get in? Unless we do it like that. Not like that. Like, oh God. Like that. And the door literally just comes off of that one block. But then that's a bit stupid looking, isn't it? Maybe it's not that stupid if there actually is a genuine like door here. Then maybe it doesn't look stupid. Use the plank recipe for ladders. Okay. That's a cheaper ladder recipe. That's good to know. Yeah, I'm afraid that I think... So what are you saying, Michael? You're just sort of saying that the towers don't need to connect to the rest of the build anyway. I kind of want them to, though. It's not the only way in, but it's like it can be a way in. Defenders, yes. How you doing? It has been a while. Welcome back. It's just annoying because we're going to have to go around and move all the ladders we just placed. And those lights. And I do think the ladders make more sense on the inside. Like, it would be weird to come through this door and see the ladder here and here. That would feel weird. Whereas in the inside, the ladders belong. You're right, though. They could just be purely structural. But I think I want to be able to run around inside the palace as well and like get around the bits. I think this is fine. I think let's do them like this. Yeah. Yeah. A little sleep, I think. 4 golden arches, eh? Oh, the golden arches. So here's your tip. Okay, I'm guessing the tip is going to be crossbeam related. Okay. Are they really towers in the classic sense because they've got such big windows? Yeah, definitely none of this is official. This is all like just my invented mishmash of like different influences and periods of history and cultures. There's very little consistency here. But hopefully by the end it feels at least like, you know, smooth enough that you can believe it's one build. I don't know quite what just came into my face, but it looked like it was... Also, I don't know why these are built up so high. What the deal was there. Maybe just overbuilt. Aren't towers usually used to get on top of the wall and not into the building themselves? Yeah, well, that's the idea, is that eventually these will also lead to some sort of, you know, top. There's going to be another layer, I think. But you may as well be able to get out and into the towers from the different levels of the interior of the palace too. That's just good. That just makes sense. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know. I would like to eat something though, but this is a silly way of going to eat something, isn't it? Because... Sorry, wait, did this guy just give me food? No. Maybe I should just put that literally inside the cellar. Oh man. So bleak. Okay, that looks better, but I think it does all need a bit of a trim, but oh man. Now's not the time. I don't really have any inventory space. Can't put anything away. Might as well just be a little bit disciplined with it, like, because the grain, we're going to suddenly need loads of it. But that really is the extent of all the food we have left, having seen off most of the winter, but not all. Right, and there's still some soybean. And what would we prefer? Anything but protein, but that's all we've got, so he's having more protein. Sorry, mate. Sorry, mate. It's the way it's got to be, baby. Okay. Painted elevator blocks. Yeah, we could paint them. Yeah, that's very cool. Cellars are sensitive to what's inside. Andrew Gilmore, safe. Long time. How are you? So are you saying if we put the teleporter pad or whatever into the cellar, that it might like actually warm our food up? If it's that detailed, that's amazing. This thing's looking good. Like, as more black across the top and more gold in the sides, I think we're getting... Yeah, we're getting something going here. So, now that we've eaten, like, we do just want to get these walls done here. And so this, I mean, this particular bit's kind of interesting because what we're trying to do, I suppose, now then is connect this wall the floor below. If we look at the expectations of the floor below in terms of what was happening around this corner, that should give us... Okay. An idea. So, I mean, if we just mirror what's on the other side, it's just this. For how many blocks before it dips in anywhere? For 3. And then that dips just straight like that. But I think, hadn't we put... I think there's some chiseling to do up there. That we've not maybe mirrored across them all. Right? That looks great. So 4, 4, and then 2. It's a 4, 4, 2. 25 inches of snow outside. Wow. That's amazing. You never get shit like that in England. Or at least not in London. At least not in the south of England. Okay, good. Let's just run around and quickly make sure we've done all the chiseling in all of these, because I bet there's loads of them that are just not done. Good. Okay. Expectations on the floor below. That definitely sounds like an album. That's true. I think I remember thinking to myself as I said that at the time, 5 minutes ago, whenever it was, like, it was weird to call those expectations. Or am I not just really referring to building? Not expectations. But yeah, if we... Let's focus on this side and then mirror it, rather than doing bits and bobs either side. Whoever made the sellers mod clearly was fed up with people storing everything they don't need regularly inside. Yeah, it's true, yeah. Anything that isn't seller approved items, you're not welcome. So look, so it comes 3 out, which is what it does over there. But then it's got to come up here. I mean, is this the part of the build where we can get away with the laziness of basically just chucking some windows on to some basalt? I mean, I actually, for one, I don't think we get away with any windows along here at all, because, I mean, unless we can get away with one in there, but we can have some... Maybe placing some kind of slightly different design of window in here would be good. Maybe that would actually be good, but I'm not sure. So, for now, let's do this. We can throw a hole in its place another time. Yeah, but we can't just have like a huge block of... Well, maybe we can. Why don't we see what it looks like with a huge block of basalt? Come around the back, have a look, have a think about what we think might look better. Just gonna get through all our basalt quickly, doing it this way, aren't we? Right. See what that looks like. It just wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. It's a small area. That said, it's not that small. See this? It does feel weird that it's not there. But it's not jarring enough that I feel like we need to worry about it right now. This is the kind of stuff that will happen in a later wave of building. The laziness of chucking windows on basalt. I got all the quotes, bruv. I've got all of the banging quotes / album titles. Sorry to sound like a broken record, but if anyone has joined the stream recently and they haven't dropped a like on it yet, then if I can trouble you for that, it would be most appreciated. The reason being is particularly at the kind of start of a stream, although we're actually nearly an hour in now. We're probably about halfway through. Nevertheless, the more likes the stream gets, the more favorably the algorithm will treat it, and the more people will show up. It just helps us build momentum, basically, and snowball the viewers coming in. So yeah, like, do drop a like if you haven't already, and I'll say thank you. Thank you. All right, let's have a sleep and then assess our situation. You need to go back to your normal job. Enjoy that. Enjoy. I'm trialing a new sort of time management approach now, which is that I'm going to basically give the mornings to my day job, which is starting to resurface as a potential source of, you know, income. So, yeah, I'm going to be trying mornings for normal job, afternoons for YouTube. But it does mean that in the afternoons I'll probably just stream, because I used to do all of my recording and editing in the mornings, which is a bad time for streaming. But if the afternoon, if I'm doing some sort of YouTubing in the afternoon, it may as well be streams. So expect a lot more streams, basically, in the future, is what I'm saying. In the next sort of few months or so, we're going to see a higher proportion of streams, I think. Yeah, see, there's a big bit of basalt there, but actually it creates... Yeah, I think it's okay. I think it's okay. Here, look, here's something. If we come back here, we get a nice view of the whole thing. Yeah. So you see these bits of bricks with the pine in? Why don't we potentially bring those back in? Bring those back in upstairs. Like, it would be cool if there was a thinner one, but like another stripe of it up there, you know? Hup. Ah, there we go. Click that thing, baby. Sweet. Like the small ones you have on top, yeah? A big arch. I mean, we could put an arch into these walls here. Anyway, what I was thinking was to kind of mirror those strips. So to put a strip like that guy in there, but to maybe not line them up. So we could look at like, how many blocks is between this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. So instead we put one there. Although it would need to stick out into the... Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Unless it started like... Oh, I don't know. I'm not really sure. It might help to finish the top layer. This is what I'm thinking. Roll out a sleeping bag on top of a 1-block wall. Yeah, baby. I think you're right though, Flam. Why don't we just accept that this back wall for now looks okay, all basalt? I think it does, actually. And we'll come back to it. But what we need to do then is get the rest, like everything else, firing at that level. So if we can get... Because we've got some irregularity to this floor with these... The staircase on the outside here, the landing pad, balcony, whatever you want to call it. Semi-dome thing. And we've got this huge front door as well. So this floor is just like, from a height point of view, it's rather awkward and inconsistent. But once everything is up at that height, then everything's up at that height. It's just not an issue anymore. The question is, how do we want to deal with that space? But I expect that whatever we decide to do with this space from here to here, like along here, we'll want to do it with up there as well. We'll want to put whatever we put in here up there. So I think a good question would be to ask, if we were to stand somewhere like up here, looking at this side wall, what do we expect for up there? Do we want to see more gold? Possibly those bricks, but then again we've got a lot of those behind there. Some pine maybe. Indent it maybe into the wall. Yeah, I was thinking that, defenders. Were you thinking of that behind there for the piney bits? I think I had that thought. So when you say indent it into the wall, I think I know exactly where and when you had that thought, because I did too. So as it stands, those arches there that move in from the balcony level can join here. So that's the other thing we could do to give ourselves a little bit of an idea of what's actually going on here. I mean, these are going to be very, very small little entranceways, and arguably we might not want gold floor on the inside of it too, but assuming that we do, I don't know, maybe building interiors right now is better. Yeah, I think building interiors right now is pointless because we'll probably change our mind, and I definitely think that we'll change our mind about golden floor on the interior because there's probably enough of that on the outside. Did you get vanilla sapling from a roguelike dungeon? Leaves is a good idea. So we didn't get a vanilla sapling, and actually leaves that we can place in this pack is complicated. But we have, because we looked into it for our nether portal over here, wherever it is, out here, with these blue leaves from the silverwood. But you'll notice these are actual Thorncraft silverwood leaves, whatever. They're not Terrafirmacraft ones, and that's what we had to do. So we actually can't, like, leaves behave differently in TFC, but we can trick this pack into bringing the vanilla versions of the Thorncraft ones in, and then we can place them. So the only other option, if we don't want blue leaves like that, is to use greatwood leaves, if we want to place them ourselves. Unless the way we place them is by just lining up, like, actual trees with where we want the leaves to end up. But then we can't, if you remove the tree at the end, then the whole thing falls down. Yeah, we must have used up our whole axe, because look, we left a stump. So we almost certainly used up our axe cutting trees anyway. Okay, so we kind of just need inspiration to hit. We need some sort of idea, or else we just, at the very least, need to do something that splits them up. So I'm going to try something. Michael, you should be pleased. You never know where a simple crossbeam might actually add something to a build here. And I feel like this really will, because yeah, you can't stand on leaves in TFC. That's the other lesson. Yeah, it doesn't feel too weird, like, seeing wood there. Maybe it does for some of you. Maybe some of you think that does look weird. But we've got the wood and the kind of textures there. And we did have planks around the front. It feels weirdest, actually, around here on the side, because you feel like you should be seeing some of it at the bottom. But I don't think it's that weird. It just looks like a believable crossbeam. I think it's alright. So let's see how it looks on the front. And if we're happy with that, then that's like the first stage, I guess, at least. It's missing something. Potentially. I mean, definitely, because we've got to actually finish the whole kind of flow of it, right? You know what the worst thing about Valheim is? Is that it's made me into somebody who now doesn't know whether I should shift or control click items around my inventory. That muscle memory I spent too long building up that muscle memory to have Valheim come along and just screw with me. So you see, the only concern I have would be around them joining with what's going on here. That might be confusing. Some 45-degree supports. Okay, I like your style, Michael. Let's see. You are the crossbeam expert. The only thing is that, unfortunately, is that the window's right underneath it, so we can't add more supports there. But we could do. Here's what we could do. Tell me what you think. I don't particularly like the pininess of it poking out, but like if we can do this as well, I think this might work. This might be the kind of thing you're hoping to see, and it also helps add detail to the floor below and stuff like that. What do you reckon? Better? That does look better. Immediately. It just feels more integrated. I mean, the view out of this window isn't ideal. Just like, it's so beautiful. what a lovely view. You're thinking basalt. Okay. I think I'm gonna go with these. At least for now, I'm gonna go with these. I quite like it. We can't fit one in here though. We can fit one in there, and that's it. And we could, yeah, that's it. So the only place we can put one in on this level is there. So then you need to decide some kind of a hierarchy for which direction these all go in. But I guess better that way. I'm not sure. I'll actually kind of like get up there, I think. Hang lanterns. That's a great idea. And I think we just leave it there. I think these shouldn't connect. So I think at this point, whatever happens behind or on top of these, that's just going to be... Right, and then here's the issue actually, is that this door is even taller than that. Oh god. We got a lot to build. But it's all good. Like if I at least put this up to there, that would be cool, just to see. So I think that's that level there. I think. Okay, it's too dark to really see what's going on. Zyman, safe. Channel is growing pretty fast. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's going well. It's going good. It doesn't feel as fast as like some other channels that I see appearing. Like sometimes I just see someone, I'm like, oh, they've got 2,000 subscribers. Let me see when they joined. And it's like they joined last September. And I'm like, what the fuck? How? How dare they? But obviously, having good rate of growth is the main thing. Like, I don't expect to be the fastest. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I try to kind of just not worry too much about like seeing other channels growing faster and thinking, oh no, does that mean I'm never going to get there, or it's going to take me too long to get anywhere interesting? Yeah, I have no beef with that, and I like the way that sticks out and just cotches. In fact, there's maybe even argument to, although this might just be overkill, but there may be that argument. It's not the worst. Yeah, it's not the worst. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it on this side as well. Not dream level growth. Unfortunately not. Unfortunately not. But I mean, hey, maybe it'll come. All I need to do is decide in a couple months' time that I just want to make I'll just decide in a couple months' time that I just want to make clickbait, and then I'll get famous, and then you lot will all unsubscribe, and there'll be like loads of people subscribing to me who want to just watch bullshit, and all you lot will be really angry, but I'll be really famous. I'm joking. That's not going to happen. That's the other thing that's important. Like, the whole YouTube thing, it's great fun. And I know there's things I could do that would make the channel grow faster, but it's like, but I also want to do what I want to do. And I think that's important. Like, I could experience much faster growth if I was doing everything in my power, you know, and prioritizing that with if my strategy was essentially to do whatever it takes to get as much growth as possible, then I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now. I'd be doing other stuff that was more likely to, you know, to go viral or whatever. So I think, yeah, it's really interesting anyway to think about where you draw that line, because every artist, you know, creator has to draw that line somewhere. You don't get to do whatever you want and have everybody love it, unfortunately. Well, some people do, but they're the lucky ones. So you have to weigh it up. You have to kind of compromise between what you want to do and what other people want to see, and, you know, all those things. So it's, yeah, anyway, it's fun. It's fun. That's the main thing. I enjoy it, you know, and it's part of that is because I always do things on my own terms, you know, make content that I think's good rather than making content that I think is like proven to do well or whatever, you know. Anyway, that's a little interesting little side discussion. This guy, no fam. But this guy here, yes fam. I don't think we should squeeze one in there. I don't think it works. I don't think there's any point. Don't change the style of the channel. We're here for this. When you search TFC, you own the topic. Oh, is it? That's good. That's pretty cool. I'll take that. I think, yeah, we need a few more. Yes, Quantum Jazz in the house. Big ups. Chocolate Plays as well. Snisps. Oh, jokes. Well, look. Oh, was it Chocotastic Plays? Safe. Yeah, welcome. I always used to struggle with snisps. So now it's a little easier to pronounce, so that's good. Or to read rather, not even to pronounce, just to immediately read. But yeah, no, don't worry. We're not changing the channel for anything. We're just gonna keep on keeping on, and I'm optimistic. Like, but I do think we need different games. I think who was it who said this? Zyman, yeah, saying about TFC just isn't a massively popular topic, and that's true. But it's also the reason why I've been able to break into it. I recognized, right, looking at YouTube as a viewer, that there was this like gap for like TFC series. And I just thought, like, I really love TFC, and I can think of a couple of YouTubers who've done good, like, solid TFC series, and obviously then there's Etho, but his series was coming and going. Possibly he didn't even have an active TFC series at the time I decided to set back up. So it was, like, part of the strategy was, like, well, if we play TFC, like, we know for a fact that the people who are into it will find us. Whereas, like, if I, like, upload Valheim videos, like, it doesn't matter whether people like them. It doesn't matter if my video is better than another Valheim video. I'm just in too noisy a space. And so you don't get heard. You know, you don't get, as a smaller channel, like, I'm not going to get what I want out of playing the games that everybody is playing, because I just get kind of buried underneath all the other more algorithmically preferable content. So that's a thing to weigh up. Is like we want games that are somewhere in the middle of that. And I thought Terraria would be a good one, but I think that's also still just a little too pop. So we need these games that are like a real specific little crowds. The Most Inner Corners, Unturned, Rebirth of the Night, Valhelsia 3. You can get Stellaris for $1 on Humble Bundle. Nice. Nice. Now what about our beams over here? See, our beams over here don't work. They ain't gonna just come out the top of that. You know, except that we could just do something with it. Like, is there anything to stop us just doing that just anyway? Because it's there. Does it look terrible being that it just stops and it's not a proper cross beam? Is it confusing? It's maybe a little confusing, but I think I'm going to leave it there just because it's something for this wall. And we can always remove it later if we don't like it. But yeah, we're just as I always say, we're just doing our building in an iterative, experimental manner. And we just keep changing things until we like them. And then when we like it, we stop changing. Shampoos. You have amnesia and you're blind or visually impaired. I've one conscious day of random and almost familiar memories. That's heavy, man. I mean, my eyesight isn't great, but I'm not that bad off for it. Like, I have to sit pretty close to my screen. As you guys might have noticed, my face is very well lit. Yeah. Dying Light is also not super popular anymore, but it's really fun and easy. 50 hours of content. Rosebud. Rosebud. Hello, Frasky. Just Rosebud. I don't know. I don't even have like a hint. Yeah, I have no clue. Rosebud. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. I don't even know. Like, I'm trying to think what would be a sensible guess. It's like, I got no idea, bruv. Sorry. I have failed you. Frasky, forgive me. Let's get some more basalt and go over there. No, I've got to guess something. Okay, Citizen Kane. Yeah, yes. Ah, see. Right, we were talking about Citizen Kane the other night, me and my partner, because she was saying that people think it's the best film ever made. I think lots of people have said that. So she was like, you got to watch it. And I was like, yeah, I probably should. So it's interesting. Maybe one day I will. Look, guys, we're nearly out of basalt again. I think, unless I maybe there's loads more in the chests. Like maybe I didn't actually just rinse it all. How did we do that? Yeah, we did just come straight up from there. I want to mirror this wall that we put in here. Although I think we're going to run out of pieces. Let's see how much of it we can do. I'm going to make it come out from the door because I'm most interested to see how it hits the door. We might actually get it finished. It might actually be alright. 13 here. Yeah, I think we'll do it. Okay. So actually that there is the back wall. We're not really getting a good impression necessarily. We definitely need to decide what comes above that. I'm going to start with one of the side walls and then we'll move it around to the front. But yeah, this is a good start today. Not entirely sure about these logs sticking out. Maybe they shouldn't stick out because then the whole thing would just look a bit more like regal somehow. I don't know. Anyway, we can decide that later. Yeah, otherwise, I'm Q. Let's sleep and then let's analyze our basalt supplies. Take it from there. If you just joined the stream and you've not yet dropped a like on it, then that option is always there. Just saying. It's always there. It is kind of exciting because when we get to 1,000 subscribers, I think I can add so much more stuff to the channel. Basically, like, YouTube doesn't really offer you the full suite of creative services until you have 1,000 subscribers. There's just like tons and tons of stuff that I can't do yet. Polls and things, you know. It's not all just like monetization stuff and adverts. Like when I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to be able to actually interact with you guys a lot more. As well as hopefully monetize it a little bit. just a little bit. Oh, I brought back shitloads. Well, let's do another yeah, let's do this 1.5 stacks worth here. Get those processed. See about, I think we've got loads of mortar, because I think we did do a big batch of that. Oh, we've actually just got shitloads of basalt bricks left as well. There's a 64 stack there. Right, okay, well let's put this cobble away then, and let's just make more bricks. I think the bricks are the 5. I think, yeah. And then it's like these guys are the 4s. It's quite a lot already. Okay, we've got too many basalt bricks now. Thought as much. Just leave a few of them behind here, is what makes the most sense. Okay. Okay, so we're not out of basalt at all. Gene, safe, how you doing? 59 to go. Yeah, boy. If anybody wants to be one of those 59 subscribers, then bang on that door. Or whatever the phrase is. Smash that shit. Okay, let's go up here. Do we want to cover this in a particular amount? I think maybe we do. Like, it would just be nice to know how much coverage the door's going to need in terms of basalt bricks before it feels like a natural place to like do something else. Start with 2 blocks. There's going to need to be windows and other things added in to the mix, but basically, yeah, cool, man. Like, it's looking fine. And I think, like, we're never going to regret the scale of this guy. So let's add one more layer to the top. Or maybe 2. Let's add 2 to it. But then this is definitely the limits of the kind of ground floor. So we do need to bring all this up here. So there's actually maybe arguments for a whole nother floor to get the kind of the main block done before we start building other stuff. Right, let's fly back over here and have another look. Safe, Mr. Envelope, how are you? Long time, bruv. Probably mostly my fault because I've just been like doing very little TFC, but safe, welcome. In case you didn't know, there are also vanilla crafting tables inside roguelike dungeons. You can use the NEI button to autofill the recipe or crafting inside them. Yes. Yes, I've got some vanilla crafting tables around the place, actually. Somewhere in here. Or in here, maybe, in the wooden thing. Yeah, there we go. Workbench. Oh, they're the TFC ones. There's a vanilla one. But, you know, what happens is, if you place a vanilla one, I think it just turns into a TFC one or something like that. There's something weird about these. They convert. They automatically convert themselves against your will. Yeah, I think that's good. I think that's good because... Okay, so here's the thing. I mean, the basalt is quite dark. We're going to need to add highlights to it. But this is where I'm thinking now. We definitely want something more golden for that next layer. Like, we did this. We did those for the towers. We come round here. We've got this guy here. I don't know. I don't know what the next bit is. Arches. Michael wants arches. Let's try some arches. I mean, we've done a bit of that already, but we can do a few more. Strange, you're using them all the time in your world. Okay, maybe I'm mistaken then. Maybe it was something else. Arches made of gold. Okay, so let's think about this then. Let's come over over here and up here. So yeah, I've been missing a lot too, finishing off my TFC stuff. Yeah, man. So how's the museum coming along? The epic museum project. That's as rowdy, I think, as a TFC project can get. I think you've yeah, that's amazing. So I mean, what would like feel natural? I just keep wanting to jump off and have a look. I'm almost certain at this point we're going to build the corner towers up a whole nother level, at least one whole nother level. They're going to need to go up more than a whole level in order to meet, you know, the door and stuff, but maybe they don't. Maybe they shouldn't. I don't know. I need to go back over there and look again. Literally just keep morphing around the world and just looking at things. It's kind of a bit too high up here. Kind of a bit too low down here. I think they need one more level, those big corners, right? I don't know. Sadly, bye, because I have workout. Can you stream until my 8 o'clock? No, definitely not. Sorry. I have to collect my son in like half an hour. And then we'll have like dinner and bedtime and all those things. Oh, and here's one of them now as well. Hi guys, I'm back. So Emma says it's finally done. I posted my final episode a week ago. Oh, cool. I haven't seen that yet, man. Sorry, I'll definitely be checking that out. That's sick. Nobility agrees, one more level to the corners. Yep. Sweet. Well, look, that's something we know how to do and we know what to do. We just go and do it. And it doesn't require that much basalt. In the first instance, actually, probably we can just throw all our basalt away for now. I don't know. Do we actually have a container for basalt already? We might do. Glass in there. Okay, let's put the basalt in with the glass, that's fine. We'll no doubt actually need another stack of this stuff. At least, I would imagine. It was that one, the ornate steel. Good. And then... I think... definitely need more of those. I think those are the snake ones, right? But we definitely need more of these, which are just the standards. That's what we need the most of. Yeah, okay, let's try and build it. Oh, yeah, but we need these as well. This, it just calls it a stone slab. There they are. Okay. At least I do kind of remember how to do these because we did them so much. It should be fairly quick. Loving the scale, safe. Yeah, I don't know if I'm loving the scale anymore. I was innocently loving the scale at the beginning. And now I'm full of regret. No, I'm not. I'm actually not. It's actually fine. We're taking our time with it, which is actually quite nice. I think that's helping. Let's have a look at these windows that we put in here. Do they just literally come two up? 1, 2, bang, that window starts. So if we wanted a similar window up here, which I don't think we do actually, because I think we want to treat these as, this row as a different kind of beast. But the window would need to have started there. But I feel that more important to me is being able to have quite a nice like archway thing here type situation. I don't know, because yeah, we could do something with those little bits there. Anyway, for now let's just build that bit up like that. The only thing that's difficult about these, that's one, so we need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then start building across. Like that. I was like, why am I falling so slow? No, you're just on a ladder. Oops. Okay. Right. 3 in there and everything is looking the same, I think, and then we put snakes on top, right? Snakes on a plane. Should we just sleep up here too? We are trying to sleep the winter off so that we can get to planting crops again too, so... Okay. Yeah, and then snakes, which are these guys, go all the way around the edge. Crazy as it seems, it actually feels like we're going to run out of resources here. But anyway. No, I actually really want to keep that guy. Thanks, yep. Oh yeah, we don't need to put those pillars on the inside side. That's good. I mean, it's mad. You could even put one more level on, couldn't you? Let me go over here just so I can look at this level as we put it on. I think no more than 3. I think after that it's going to feel too repetitive. I think we can get away with 3 because of the differences on the other levels. But I think this is also going to really highlight how we need the next level to do something quite different. The next level up, I mean, you know. Yeah, let's... Alright, let's just get the bulk of the blocks placed then, I suppose. Did I do all 3 of those pillars? Like, did I finish them? No, I didn't think I'd done all 3. Can I jump to that? Annoying. Not enough power now. I'm the tan, safe. How are you? I hope all is good. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for dropping in. We've made more sweet progress on this guy, and yeah, and there's a lot more to come, I think. But we can hopefully just roll up our sleeves now, spend 20 minutes just chucking the 3rd layer on these towers. Why not? We know we want to. Let's get it done. Whoop. Yoink. 2 fails back to back. So that's me. And 3. Why can't I just actually land on it? Okay. Wait, there we go. So we start with like a baseline of 2 across all of them. Like that. Like 1 block. And then we enter into the area where we're going to have the big windows. Or just on the outside edges. So that's like 1, 2, 3. And then the 4th one here is the top of the window. And yeah, that's that. Okay, cool. And then I just can't remember what did we do over here. Like, we went up 2 for sure. Yeah, you know what, that looks weird from the inside like that. I think it's just going to be cleaner. We'll just do that for now, and then we'll know where we stand, but I still think we might want to change that in the long run. But yeah, there you go. That's that. Yeah, and I guess these just need to come all the way around. Nice. And then, actually, I don't think I've been throwing the planks on, but I should be. We'll go back and do that on the others as well, or the logs rather. Get the snaky rim done, and then the pillars, and we're done. And that's 2 out of 4 done. Glass panel. That's a good idea. What, like stained glass, you mean? We could do a big image in some stained glass. That's a really nice idea. Like a big DankNStein logo on some stained glass, you know. The big N. Because the green and the yellow might actually go okay with our colour scheme. Maybe not the green. But what about our DankNStein logo when we do it like this, with the yellow on black? Like this. We could have stained glass windows looking like that. Not the whole DankNStein logo, but the N. The classic N. Black stained glass, yellow stained glass. Maybe, is there a light yellow and dark yellow? I can't remember if they separate them or if there's like some kind of... No, I guess we could use orange. There's way more colours, isn't there, in more modern versions of Minecraft. Oh, look. You do actually get all these different texture options in the chisel for the panes. Yeah, presuming, yeah, exactly, yeah, okay. It's a really good idea. Which will fit it. I think it's these edge walls is the best. Let me finish just this tower, and then we'll jump off quickly and we'll just have a look at this side, because now this side has both towers built. It's actually quite an interesting one to look at, I think. I mean, in relation to this stained glass window idea, which is a great idea. And in keeping with our theme of not like actually going in a single direction for any inspiration, but just mixing and matching all different cultures and inspirations. I wanted to land on that tree, but it didn't quite work. So, here you could have quite a big, maybe a circular stained glass window. Yes! Circular stained glass window in the middle there with all of these squares around it. I know what we want to do now. And why don't we build that on gold bricks? Because then the majority of the stained glass window will be the black stained glass before we then add the text on. We'd use that standard black stained glass for the background, I think, but then we'd use these nice blocky pieces for our pixels. Unless we want everything to feel pixely. Anyway, this is a really, really cool idea and given me a huge inspiration now, so sweet. Nevertheless, let's just run around the edges finishing these towers now. And if the stained glass don't work, maybe a clock. Also, nice idea, man. Yeah, I rate that. Big clocks and grand builds seems like a standard to me. So, what? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's so dark. What is going on? Let's have a little sleep. The challenge would be to make it functional. So what would we need? You'd need to have like a daylight sensor and a hopper clock, because it could maybe count increments of time with a hopper clock, and then you just like have some hard reset with the daylight sensor so that any inaccuracies are reset on a daily basis, so it never gets too far out of sync with itself. Or if you log in, log out, or something goes wrong, basically at the start of every day the clock would reset. Yeah, something like that. And then you would want what am I doing? And then you'd want the stained glass windows on the sides. I think that's how we'd do it. Stained glass windows on these side walls, and then a big clock in the middle at the front or at the back or something would do the trick for me, I think. Have we got any more snakes? I that's what I feared, we'd run out of snakes. Try to make it ring every 12 hours in game. That would be sweet. We're out of snakes. I'm out of snakes. I'm nowhere near out of snakes. But I'm out of my head when you're not around. Yeah, we're not out of snakes. He's fiend. That actually worked a treat for getting me back up to the top. Cool. Cool. Right, last but not least then. An hourglass would be jokes. A 4-division clock. I feel like it would be easier to just make a digital display, like an old calculator display or whatever you call those things. Time is it? 10:02. Right, okay, yeah. So I haven't got forever, but I think we can finish the guts of these towers. I mean, at least the edges. Every 3 hours it moves to a new line. Yeah, you could do that. So you're basically splitting the day into 8. It would be incredible because we'd be able to actually tell the time. It would actually work. We could look at it and go, oh, right, so it's like early afternoon then, fine. You know, like, and that would be very cool. So I think that's the right place there. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 2 rotations would be the whole day. Yeah, sure. That's what I mean. So you're like splitting the day into like 8 virtual hours that each lasts 3 real hours. I mean, we are getting through these blocks. Wait, hold on. We can actually get up like this. This is the smartest way. Okay, great. We need some basalt now to get these edges done. All right. Let's get all the chiseling done first, I guess, then, because that's the boring, well, not boring bit, but just like more awkward bit. I know I could be using the blueprint here, someone's going to tell me, but that would actually, for this single task, take longer. And I'm just trying to rush it to finish it by the end of the stream, because I've got to leave to collect my kid in a minute. So I'm just thinking, what's quickest right now? But in the long run, we'll definitely use templates for tasks like this, because that will be in the long run quicker. It just, for the short term, for right now, it won't actually be. Whoop woo! Yeah, man. Safe. How are you doing? Welcome. Yeah, I really don't think we can move a. Yeah, I don't think we can move a, what's it called? The hands of a clock using pistons somehow. But I think there might be some modded items in this pack that we could use that could give us that effect, because there's some cool visual stuff going on with things like immersive engineering, with the windmills. Could we repurpose a windmill so that it turned at the pace that we... Like, what if we supplied a windmill with a very, very precise amount of power each, you know, hour in-game, so that the windmill turned a very precise amount... I don't know. I don't know if the windmill can be that precise. But, like, there are definitely ideas that could really elevate it to the next level. Yeah, and being the first person to make a working clock in Minecraft would be a good look. I'm obviously imagining we're only going to be able to get the hour hand done. Then again, the minute hand would just repeat. The windmills always spin, right? Okay. Oh, I suppose, wait, hold on. Windmills is a bad idea. I'm also talking nonsense, aren't I? Because I was imagining windmills are the kind of thing that you give power to and they spin. But that's obviously not the case. They spin regardless and then they output the power. So windmill is a bad example, but something like that. A water wheel. Or something, I don't know. Probably the most likely thing is just a big array of pistons that just push blocks in and out depending on which one needs to be active. I bet people have done that before. Are there any displays? I don't think so. But we could have a look. Did I actually remember to put the glass in on the other side? I feel like I might have not done it on this side. The only way of telling is to run down and have a look. Man needs a drank. A DankNStein. Yeah, we did. We did put the glass in. I'm not a complete moron. Just like partial. Oh, number lamps. Okay. Yeah, very interesting. Oh, we're totally out of food. Okay, well let's just go do this and then end the stream. I'm going to be late anyway. Terrible parenting. No, it's fine actually. If I just like jog instead of walking, then it makes all the difference. And I need to do more running as well. So I've been thinking to myself, this is a good way of doing it. Just like when I go to collect the kids, just have a little jog. Have a little jog. Okay. Nice. All right, cool. So that's a whole nother layer done. That's really good. So I guess, yeah, the next live stream we do on this build will be a stained glass window session. So that's cool. You got tipsy and burnt yourself in an oven. Ouch. It's getting somewhere, you guys. It's really starting to get somewhere. So that's awesome, and that kind of finishes us for today, I think. And yeah, it's looking good. It's looking banging. Can you gallop is the real question. Oh yeah. No, I can't. Anyway, safe. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, share. You know, be nice and happy. And watch loads of my videos. Safe. See you soon. Peace.